Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and yesterday we had some absolutely massive news for Minecraft console. If you're not aware already, basically 4J Studios announced that instead of the next update for Minecraft console being one PC version ahead of what we have right now, like every update so far has been, they announced there will actually be 3 updates ahead, and it'll be the equivalent of 1.6 for the PC, which was the horse update, and that means they'll also include the Redstone update and the pretty scary update all in one big update. So yeah, I made a video talking about this, of course, and during the video I mentioned how I couldn't talk about every single feature because it would take so long, and you guys really wanted me to make a video where I spoke about all of the features that will be in the next update all in one big video. So this is going to be a big video talking about all of the more important features that will be in the 1.6.4 update for Minecraft console. I'll also give a rough release date prediction because that's what a lot of people want to hear. Of course, it's not going to be entirely accurate because right now we don't know a whole bunch, but I like to believe I'm a little better than most because I've been following the updates, the kind of timing on them for a while. That's just why I'm going to be doing that. So yeah, all of the features in 1.6.4. If you want to know more about each individual one, I'll be slowly doing videos talking about them, before the thing comes out, because I like to give kind of like a preview, let you know what's coming before it's coming type deal. But yeah, I'll let you know what I've done so far and what's yet to come in the description. But let's get straight into it. What is going to be in 1.6.4 then? So let's start with the pretty scary update, or 1.4. So this is the update that brings the least, but brings probably the coolest things, in my opinion, the things I'm looking forward to. So first of all, the Wither Skeletons. So these are a new nether mob, and they're like basically skeletons with swords. Basically they can wither you, which slows you down, makes you lose health. It's a really, really scary thing, and they add a whole new, layer of depth to the nether, because it's not just blazes and zombie pigmen, it's these things too. So yeah, they also drop Wither Skeleton Skulls, which are a rare drop which can be used to create the Wither. So the Wither is something I have no doubt you've heard of by now, but if you haven't, it's the most insane endgame boss mob. You need, like, full diamond armor is the minimum, and like enchanted diamond armor, still not enough to really guarantee victory. It's a really, really difficult fight that you're going to have to prepare for a long time. So if you like survival like me, it's something you have to prepare so much for, and I like that in a game, and I'm looking forward to fighting the Wither eventually. So yeah, the Wither, the hardest boss mob in the game, that drops the Wither Star actually, or Nether Star, and basically this can be used to create the Beacon, which is another endgame item, because you have to defeat the Wither just to craft this, as well as have lots of iron, gold, or diamonds with you. And then these beacons, they make a light which goes towards the sky, so that's just a cool way to have, like, an extra item in the world. And basically these things can give you extra mining speed, extra running speed, or extra jumping height, depending on what you want, just for being nearby it, which I think is a really cool way to basically give you give yourself a home turf advantage around your base and stuff. It's just a cool way to do that sort of thing. So that's that. As well as the Beacon and the Wither and Wither Skeletons, we have basically bats and witches. So these are 2 new mobs coming, as well as the Wither Skeleton. The bats are just kind of a passive mob which come in caves. Basically just extra noise in the world, and they're kind of cool a little bit, but they don't really drop anything. Witches, on the other hand, are a lot cooler because they have more health than most mobs and can heal themselves with potions, as well as hurt you with potions. So it's kind of like a potion fight with the witches, which is, I think that's quite interesting. They also drop potions as a result, so it's a new way to get potions too. As well as that, the AI for the mobs are improved in this update because it's meant to be the scary update. So basically they can pick up your weapons, they can pick up your armor, as well as a whole bunch of weird other things, and the AI in general is improved, so they won't like jump to their death, and they'll try and avoid stuff like that. It's just a smart and general thing. So picking up your armor, killing you with your own diamond sword, that's going to be a weird thing to see a zombie do, but it's something that can happen with this update. So that's just the pretty scary update 1.4, and that's just the kind of more major stuff going on there. But in addition to that, we do have the chance to have command blocks be brought into the game. I'd like to see command blocks, but seeing, on consoles, typing that in might be difficult. Maybe we'll get customized command blocks, or maybe we won't get them all. It's hard to say entirely. I'd like to see command blocks, but it's one of those features that isn't a guaranteed thing. As well as that, they made a few changes, such as custom super flat worlds. So if you want to just have a world which is entirely underwater, the entire thing super flat, or you can have kind of like super flat right now, but have it 60 layers up. You can have stone in there. You can do a whole bunch of things to customize Superflat to make it more, built for people who just want to build stuff, and that's kind of cool. Another just weird thing that I figured I'd just mention quickly is in the extreme hill biome, silverfish can kind of rarely spawn, randomly, so you'll just randomly find silverfish there, which I think is odd. And the last couple things I think are worth mentioning that we don't already have are the basically new village mechanics, which means that you can actually start a village from nothing, apparently, if you just keep expanding it and breeding them and stuff, and you can also, it also brings in adventure mode, which again, I don't think we will see in console, but we'll have to see, won't we? So that's just 1.4, the first update of the 3. Let's move on to 1.5. So 1.5, the Redstone update, is one we also have a little bit from. We have maybe a third of this update already, but it brings a lot of Redstone-based stuff, as the update name would suggest, and let's get straight into that. So basically, the first couple things it brings are 2 new minecarts. So as well as the minecart of chest and furnace, where there is the minecart with TNT and the minecart with the hopper. I'll talk more about what the hopper is later, but that's kind of cool. And to go along with it, to activate the TNT and to stop items going through the minecart of the hopper, there is the activator rail, so that's a new cool thing. There is also the block of redstone. This is a big thing for a lot of redstone builders because it means that you can have a movable like redstone like signal source, because it's made from 9 redstone in like a cool really cool block format, kind of like the diamonds and the emeralds and stuff. And first of all, it looks cool, but second of all, it emits a redstone charge at all times. So you can have a cool looking block that you can push with pistons to make circuits turn on and off and that sort of thing. And I think that's an exciting kind of idea. So next up, we have the daylight sensor. So the daylight sensor takes the redstone signal and it turns it into like based on how light out it is, it puts a regular redstone signal out with that corresponding strength. So you can use it to have lights which turn on at night, to shut your doors at night, or to open them at night, like have a dungeon that opens at night or something. You can do a whole bunch of really cool things with the daylight sensor, and it's exciting. Also, of course, to go along with that, I mentioned that it changes the redstone signal based on the time of day. This is the update that brought in analog or more analog redstone. So instead of just being on or off redstone, the redstone gets weaker as it goes along, and also can be in multiple states, which allows for a whole bunch of different things. It means that the whole redstone game changes a little bit, but it means that there are more things you can do, which is always a positive. So big redstone change on this update as well. This also brought in the new dropper, which is basically a dispenser, but it can drop any item, and it doesn't really, instead of like throwing them at you, it just kind of drops them at you, which of course that's why it's called the dropper. So next up we have the hopper. So this allows you to place items into it, and then they kind of go into that. You can do this to make cool, like, I guess, gambling machines, or I've seen it for a few different cases, but it's pretty cool. You can also put them in minecarts, like I mentioned before, and also this is one that currently on PC you can only get through world editors, but it might be a creative only item, the minecart the spawner. So it's a minecart, but you just have a spawner in there, which is kind of cool. So as well as that, there is the redstone comparator. So it takes 2 signals, and based on what signal A and signal B are, it repeats the signal if they're the same, or it repeats the difference between them, which is really weird. Like as I said, like because of the analog redstone, you can do some weird things with that. As well as that, there's the trap chest, so you can make traps with it and stuff, of course. As well as that, you can just use it to set off redstone, so you can turn lights off on when you open a chest. You can do all the sort of things you can do normally. There's the weighted pressure plate, so a third pressure plate, which is made from either gold or iron, depending on if you want a light or a heavy one. And it basically, as you drop more items on it, it makes a stronger signal, which is of course pretty cool. It means that you can have like more and more stuff turn on as you drop more and more things on the pressure plate. So the vast majority of like non-redstone updates we already have, so that's stuff like the nether quartz and the nether brick stuff, and yeah, we already have that stuff. But what the interesting things they brought other than that are lighting optimization. So the lighting was changed to make it significantly better. Minecraft Realms was brought in, which since it's been confirmed to be coming for consoles soon, maybe that Minecraft Realms will be coming in this next update too. As well as that, there's a few just kind of weird changes, like abandoned mine shafts. They spawn items in minecarts of chests instead of just chests like they do right now. A few changes to what things from the previous update, but they don't affect us because of that. And it was the first time that slimes could properly spawn above ground, like in swamps at night, because there was a bug in 1.4, even though it was brought in then. So yeah, slimes will actually spawn in swamps. So if you can't find a slime chunk, you'll just be able to go to a swamp at night and they'll be there. And yeah, that's kind of weird. Apparently it's dependent on the moon phase. That's all I know so far. Weird stuff. So that's just 1.4 and 1.5, and we're 8 minutes in just talking about these features. So finally, for the 1.6.1 update, or the horse update, here are a list of features. I'm sure you can guess what the first one's going to be, because it's horses. So horses are of course, a mob that you can jump on and climb and be a horse tamer and whatever. Basically, they're a feature a lot of people are looking forward to, as well as horses to have all the necessary stuff. There's going to be the other types of horses, so donkeys, mules, which you can actually get by breeding horses with donkeys, and of course, there's the leads that you need to actually get the horses tied to things. There's hay bales to keep all that stuff, and the horse spawn egg and horse armor. So horse armor's a cool new thing. They also allow allowed to just generate in random things. So if you want your horse to be armored as you run through stuff, then you can do that. A cool combination of all these updates, by the way, would be to have like redstone lamps that turn on at night, and then add that with a horse armor on your horse, and then fight the wither in that, maybe? Or but yeah, that's what's going on there. So besides that, the biggest free features, honestly, are just hardened clay, which is, so you smelt clay in the furnace, then it allows you to stain the clay into different colors, so you get basically colored clay, which I think is a really cool thing, so stained clay, and then the block of coal. So this is, kind of like the redstone block, they add in a block of coal, which is 9 coal blocks, or coal pieces, all tied together. It makes a nice looking black block, and it also allows for up to 80 items to be smelted, whereas if you just smite the 9 coal individually, it's 72 items. So if you want super efficient, you know, I guess furnace fuel, because you could have a whole stack of these and basically have like infinite furnace fuel, then that's something you can do. If you have too much coal, it's a thing to look forward to, kind of like with the redstone blocks. So yeah, besides the horses and the 3 big items I just mentioned, there's the new absorption effect. So instead of the golden apple just giving you fast regeneration, it actually gives you 2 full health points. Even if you have full health, it will just take you up to 12 hearts, and the extra hearts will be golden. So that's a really cool addition, in my opinion. They changed the texture packs to resource packs, but I don't think that'll affect us on the consoles. Maybe they'll upgrade the texture packs to go along with it, but I don't think that's what's going to be happening there. And they also made a variety of changes to existing blocks. They're not particularly interesting, but they retextured coal, they retextured lapis, and they did a whole bunch of things like that. One thing that a lot of people think is on console right now, but that they're actually adding to PC quite soon, is, or in the next update I guess, is the basically the ability to have upside down mobs, because if you name a mob Dinnerbone in 1.6, it will flip the mob upside down and you'll get like an upside down pig or whatever you're using, and it's really funny, and it's a nice, you know, kind of break from all the stuff that happens anyway. So that's what's going on there. It's basically just a horse update with a few other nice things in it, and that's 1.6. So the next update, which brings all the biomes, will be a while after that, but 3 updates in one is a massive thing. So if you just watched all the video, then yeah, you can. I have no doubt that you're excited for this update now. When will it be coming out then? That's the next big question. After hearing that it's going to have wither skeletons and also horses and also all the redstone features, how long is it going to take them to make that? So honestly, I think this will be longer than it takes to make most updates. So I think they just started on it recently because they just finished the next gen consoles. Maybe they've been working on it for the last few weeks. That's what I'm going to believe for the purpose of this ad. Since they usually take 4 months, besides the most recent stuff, they usually took 4 months to make an update. That's a pretty, clockwork schedule. Let's say it takes maybe 5 months though, because they have all the consoles to get ready, and that's, kind of fair enough, an extra month just to go through all that stuff. Let's say this is 3 updates. So in theory, that would be 15 months if you take the fact that they're just doing 3 times as much in one. However, what I think happened is Microsoft, because they just bought 4J, they want the console version of Minecraft to be taken much, much more seriously, because they, of course, own quite a few consoles. So I think what they've done is they've upped 4J stuff behind the scenes. They're not just going to publicly announce it, and I think they've done whatever it takes to make it so this update won't take as long as it probably should, which, as I said, over a year, not really something that most people are excited for. So I think it's going to take at least like 4 or 5 months anyway. There's no way they're doing it faster than a regular update, but I think seeing it early next year is definitely a possibility. So I'm really excited to, if I had to give you a rough date, I'd say like March of next year, like roughly a year after their last update, because I think once they hit the year mark, that might be demotivating for a lot of people that, are fans of the game. That's not what Microsoft want at all. They want a nice, an update they can get out within, a ridiculous time span the last one. So March 2015 is my prediction for the release date of the 1.6.4. It's going to change a lot between them, that's just my opinion, and I hope you're excited as I am, because I'm so excited. This is just the biggest news we've had in a while, and it's, the start of a new beginning, I guess, hopefully a really good thing for the consoles, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you did like it. Share it if you really like it. Let other people get excited about this. I'm looking forward to the console versions being more serious than they are right now, and if you guys are too, let me know in the comments. If you don't really care, let me know that also. And thank you for watching. Here's an outro with some other videos.